Hi guys, my name is Kirsty and welcome back to Upside Down Books. Today we are going to be talking about Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. I've had a wicked month of reading because I have read 5-star read after 5-star read after 5-star read, and it has been fantastic, and this was no exception. I wasn't expecting this to blow my mind as much as it did. This is a fantastic pirate story, and I have since decided that I've not read enough pirate stories, and clearly I need to amend that and read more piratey things in my life. This has a female lead on a pirate ship full of men, and she is totally kick-ass, and it is the most female empowering read I've read for a while. It's basically Brave with Merida, but on a ship. It is fantastic. So this book follows the story of a girl called Alosa, who is the daughter of the Pirate King, is basically the pirate who has dubbed himself king over this region because he has control over most of the waters and I guess the docks and the ports and etc, etc. And she has been sent on a mission to get herself captured by one of the two other rival pirate families, and to be captured on his ship and try and find the missing part of a map. The overarching plotline is that there is a map that has been torn into 3 pieces, and each of the 3 major pirating families holds 1/3 of the map. So this is what she is trying to do. She's trying to find this so that they can sail successfully to a specific destination and find treasure. I'm just really glad that treasure was the main goal of this book. That's fantastic. This book is part of a series. It is a duology, so the sequel is called Daughter to the Siren Queen, and I am so excited to see what that entails because these titles just are so curious and intriguing. So this has an average of 3.98 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and it's actually not that widely read. That only comes from an average of nearly 30,000 ratings, so actually this book is nowhere near as popular as I had expected before I checked that statistic. I think that if you read this, then if more people read this, that rating is only going to go up. Nearly 4 out of 5 stars. That's a pretty good rating for this, and I think indicative of how much fun is to be had. Depends how seriously you take this story. I found that I just loved it way too much to rate it anything but 5 stars, and I think I may have put it on my favourites for 2020. You would think I would remember that fact, but alas, I do not. So basically the exciting things about this story is the fact that Alosa is on this pirate ship. It reminded me a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean and the ridiculousness of that sort of pirate story. So Alosa is trying to play the damsel in distress, and after I love stories where someone purposely gets themselves captured so that they can complete some secret mission. So sort of paralleling stories of her being totally awesome, super strong, and trying to keep many secrets hidden, and also a bit of a self-discovery where she questions her value in the eyes of her father and whether he really loves her or cares about her, or if he just uses her for her particular talents that she has. And there are certain plot twists that are all wrapped up nicely with a bow on top throughout that we get to unwrap and explore and get excited over throughout the story, which is fantastic. So the main character is Alosa, but the secondary character is Raiden, who is the second in command on the ship that she's captured on. So the second youngest son of the second pirating family, whose father has been killed by those 2 sons who then commandeered his ship. So that's all fun and piratey and pretty much what you'd expect. So she's held captive on this ship, and every night, unknown to them, she escapes and she goes out searching on the ship for the bits of the map. And it's just this hilarious story with getting to know all the rest of the characters on board, because there's a really good cast of characters on this. We have some horrible piratey men who want nothing but to ravish women and rob banks, if there were even banks back then. And then we have some really lovely characters as well who are much more kind-hearted and a little bit more clued on with what's going on and treat Alosa with respect. The captain of the ship, Draxton, is a totally disgusting man who is just very hard and wants things done his way and doesn't really have much respect for women or really anybody else except for himself, but he does love his brother, Raiden, who is beautiful. He is going into my list of fictional men who are just absolutely irresistible and we all need more of. If there is anything you should read this book for, it is to enjoy the delight of the sexual tension between Raiden and Alosa. It is hilarious, it is fantastic, it is everything you could ever want from a YA book, but done really well, because I've been finding romances really grating recently, but this one was done perfectly well, and Levenseller really leaves you hanging, and throughout the whole book you are just quietly rooting for them and hoping that something is going to happen, and she just doesn't give it to you without you working hard for it, aka by reading her books. So I am very excited to see how that relationship changes and develops throughout the next book as well. This is basically just a fun read. Even says on the back here, for fans of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, this book is just everything that you could have hoped for in a pirate book. It has got me really excited for other books like Alexander Bracken's Passenger, which has pirate ship on the front cover, so I'm hoping that that will live up to this, but I need more books like this in my life. I don't think I need to say much more. I think this pretty much sums up how awesome and amazing this book is and how it needs to become more popular than it already is, because it is so worth it. So let me know in the comments down below if you have read this or if you're planning on reading it. I'd love to hear what you think, but other than that, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.